Hi ladies and girls, good morning. I would like to talk to you a few words. The first thing is you wanted me to make a review about my book, actually it is hers, Your Beauty Mark by Dita von Teese. Well, I wrote that I possibly not be able to show you pictures because I don't think that YouTube will allow that, but here I am to make a really short review about this book. So this book only exists in English, what doesn't bother me at all, and I ordered it from Amazon. Well, I thought that it will be a book, you know, with a lot of pictures and not many things to read because, you know, it was my impression, it happened to me sometimes with other books. But surprisingly, this is a huge book, which I actually can't even really hold in one hand. So this is a quite heavy book, and actually I have a ton stuff to read. So I don't think I ever can manage to read it completely, because this is not a book you read from A to finish or A to C, or yes, but a book, you know, you can read just for 5 minutes or 10 minutes or before going to bed, and you can read just one topic, for example. Basically this book is about everything you ever wanted to ask Dita von Teese, and this person I really like. Whatever you wanted to ask, for example, oh my god, what do you use for this, or how do you create your hairstyle, or what do you think about this or that method. Actually, I think you don't really get to know the person. She is really how should I say, opened about beauty regime and things around glamour, but you actually don't really get to know the person. But I think it's okay. So you will read about her diet regime, her exercise, her hairstyle, her everything, first impressions as she was a young girl, and this book will motivate you in the situation if you have to decide between a jeans or a dress. I'm sure you will pick up the dress. So it's really beautiful. What I also want to say, that in the physical quality, also a really high quality and beautiful book. And this is what I really like about her, that everything she touches, I can be perfectly sure that the thing like lingerie or perfume or book will be from the highest quality for the amount of money that you pay. So yes, if you're interested, I wouldn't ever pass this book. So I'm really glad to own that. And I have to say, I have read a few books in my life around beauty. I like this, and I own another one by Sophia Loren, which you can't see, but I like to have books of this kind also in my collection, and I really enjoy it because I'm, as her, beauty enthusiast, and I love everything which is aesthetically, and I think this is her message basically. Everything what is beautiful, the beautiful parts in the life, and you know, things like that. So I really like this. I hope it's enough for you. I'm sorry that I can't show you the beautiful photos inside. It's everything in it is beautifully written. I don't know everybody who is just able to talk about, I don't know, shaving legs in such a beautiful manner as her, but she can do it. So this was the first thing I wanted to talk about. The second thing is I've already made a video about this topic, but I didn't like it, so today I will try it once again, and this is about that from the beginning of this year I changed my beauty regime, and this is because the last I think the last 1 year I have read a lot of you know, things about ingredients in cosmetic. My favorite site online is codecheck.de, where I can check my cosmetica, what I'm using, and I was shocked. So I tried and try even today to change my cosmetic regime, what is really difficult. You know how much I love beautiful things, and yes, I feel often depressed and sad that I have so many things which basically harm my and our health. And yes, firstly, you know that I always tried to use a natural foundation, which I don't have here, I'm sorry, but fortunately I found one in the drugstore. So this was last year, and then I wanted to have some eyeshadows. So my eyeshadows are mostly not good, which means I'm talking about parabens, I'm talking about tatrazine, which I don't know the English word for. And this is synthetic yellow pigment in cosmetica, which is really bad. It isn't allowed anymore in textiles, but it's allowed for cosmetics, which is insane. Or I'm talking about silicones, which you know, some people are telling you this is not bad for your skin. Yes, perhaps, but every kind of silica goes into our water, and yes, we could tell that doesn't bother me. But if you have children and you use the water from your water system, and this is full with hormones and chemicals and whatnot, it will interest you first. So yes, it's not easy to find beautiful products, and I have to say today I can tell you what my problems are with the so-called natural or organic products. Let me show you a few examples. I have here a few eyeshadows. This is by Alverde and this is by La Vera, it doesn't matter. My problem is, because I don't like them, that is this really cheap packaging. Well, I didn't pay a lot of money for this eyeshadow, but I would pay the double amount for a beautiful, I don't know, gold packaging with mirror and not this really cheap plastic top, for example. Then I bought another palette which I thought the colors are so beautiful, and I thought, okay, I can live with it. This is natural, the packaging is a little bit cheap, but the colors are so pretty. Well, this palette by Lavera is simply unusable. I can't apply the color from the pot to my eyes. This is insane. So I'm so sad, because I thought it will be pretty. My other problem is with natural stuff. I'm surfing a lot for them, and mostly if I find something are loose mineral pigments, and I deeply hate everything not pressed. And I ordered a beautiful blush in a beautiful color. Let me just show you. I don't know if you can see this beautiful pale pink color. It's really pretty, but for heaven's sake, isn't it possible to press it to you know, to make it beautiful? It creates a lot of mess while applying, and this is what I don't understand. This is such a pretty color they have. This is by Everyday Minerals. They have a ton of beautiful colors, and actually the stuff itself is really great. So I have it on. This is on. This is a beautiful everyday pink for nearly every colors of lipstick which you can wear, but I hate the application. I hate it. Then just a few picks. I'm really glad that I found an eyeliner. This is actually a liquid liner in Organic Cosmetics. I'm so hungry, I'm sorry. And this is by Altera. I bought it in our drugstore, and this is quite nice. This was the first try, and I really like it. So with this I'm really glad. Then mascaras. It's also almost impossible, I think, to find a good mascara in organic stuff. But this is the point. I think it could be possible to create a mascara which is not certified. I don't have here, unfortunately. Today I have a mascara on from also the drugstore and DM, and I checked the codes, and I found one, so this one, which actually isn't harmful. So I'm really glad. I'm not telling you that or I don't have the need to buy organic products exclusively. So you know, I check the products, but it's not easy. You remember that I showed you this beautiful Makeup Revolution palette, which I adore. I simply adore this. And I don't know if you can see the ingredients. The third ingredient is dimeticone, which is basically silica, and then a lot of parabens, 2 different parabens. And yes, it's embarrassing. I don't know what to do with this palette. I adore it. If I look on it, I want to use it, but I'm not satisfied with the ingredients. And yes, what I wanted to tell you is I think it's time for us to ask questions to the companies. I think we should write mails. Why do you use this? Why do you use that? Are you sure? Of course they will tell you A, nothing, B, of course it's safe, but ask questions or write letters and tell I would order this palette, but with this and this ingredient I won't. and I think we should try at least make pressure to the companies and simply boycott or ignore their products, and that they can you know, notice and feel what we want, and that they should not use everything you know, harmful in the stuff. And I think nowadays it should be a huge question. Let me talk about some other thing which is not easy to find. Well, actually it's almost impossible. And these are nail polishes, and you know I adore nail polishes. I have a nice collection of them, and I checked them, and you know, okay, gone. I didn't, I haven't throw them out yet, but it makes me really sad. And there is only one company who makes, in Germany at least, completely harmless nail polish. They are Logona, but you know, the problem is with those organic makeup brands, that they are not that fashionable, not that pretty. Yes, so I think we should all make pressure and ask questions and tell, okay, this looks beautiful, but are you sure? And for a few days I was on the website of Marks & Spencer because of the Rosie Huntington Whiteley collection, which is to die for, And if you check the ingredients, girls, I was so near to order them, but no. And I think we are grown-up women and we can tell no. So you unfortunately can't see, and the other things are which I have to you know, throw out basically and change, and I began already to change, are everything with crayons. So crayon for eyebrows, crayon for eyes, crayon for lips, because mostly they are with mineral oils. I don't want to talk about why mineral oils bad for us, because there are a lot of stuff on the internet about this. I only can tell you that my aspect is because our water and our environment, and you can tell this is not important. I have a child and we have a planet, and what you drink, and there are a lot of women who can't be pregnant, for example, and they all ask why. Well, this was just a side note. So my beautiful pencils from Essence, from P2, from NYX or NYX, I don't know, from, I don't know, Catrice, which I adore, Catrice pencils, all the stuff. I just can't use them anymore. What I have found, which looks quite nice, both by Alverde, a red one and a mauve one, lip liner. They are unfortunately not that long lasting as my old lip liners, but the color is quite nice, and let me show you. And I desperately need a beautiful like a nudish color, and red, you know, I can't live without red. Okay, so these are the colors. And the pigmentation is great, so I believe that this is possible to make good products. I just believe in that. I also bought a lipstick by La Vera, which I have in my bag, unfortunately, I'm sorry. And this looks also quite nice. I bought two, oh, here's my mascara. Sorry, this is by P2 and called Beauty Insider, and this is quite nice. Although and the end of the day it chips quite quite badly. I'm sorry, I can't find everything, but basically this is an Alverde brown Kajar, and this is one of the organic eyebrow pencils I own by Altera, for example. So stuff is possible, but it's not that easy. I also have a palette which has beautiful colors, and actually this is quite nice, by this is Terra Naturi, was available at Müller in Germany, and this is an eyeshadow palette, Diary of Love. I'm sorry for my stomach, I'm so hungry. And this has beautiful, beautiful nude rosewood shades, beautiful. So sometimes I'm happy. Yes, this was the topic. I hope you can have a few new thoughts from me, and I really hope that we can interact, because this is not a video just for my entertaining. This is a video about talking with you, and I've already received a lot of really, how should I say, questions, you know, because I'm not the one who was always telling the best or the right thing. So please interact with me, it's really interesting. Thank you very much for watching, and we will see us soon.